ಸತೀಶ್ ಸರ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ
Devi had studied with Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore in Shantiniketan when Tagore was alive. And so I asked Mahashweta, she was 20 years older to me, but we were very close friends. So I asked her something about Tagore. Tell me something about Gurudev. She said, in Shantiniketan, we did not study. We did everything else but study. I thought she was joking about it. But she named many students. She named Ludwig Ghatak, the great filmmaker. She named Satyajit Ray, another great filmmaker. She named Amartya Sen, who got the Nobel Prize in economics, for economics, as students in Shantiniketan. At that time, I did not take her seriously, but recently, I was reading a book by Amartya Sen, and Dr. Sen writes about his student days in Shantiniketan. And he writes there, he says, we had excellent teachers. They gave us information about all countries in the world. They taught us to be nationalistic, but they also taught us to love humanity, which came above nationalism in Tagore's opinion. Rabindranath Tagore, who wrote the national anthem for us, always held humanity above the nation. That was his view. I am not mentioning my view, that is Tagore's view. So Amartya Sen says that his teachers told the students all about all nations in the world, all cultures in the world, and all disciplines. And Amartya Sen mentions in the book, this is in the Argumentative Indian, there is a chapter on my days in Shantiniketan. He says that our students of science subjects were invariably found in the music class, and the students of history were found in the sports class. He considers that as the soul of good education. This was before independence. This was in the 30s, 1930s. Both Mahashweta, who was as good as Amartya Sen in literature, Amartya Sen in economics, Mahashweta was in literature. But they are talking of 1930s. Now I move 20 years ahead in time. 1950s, 40s and 50s. I had a teacher, a wonderful teacher. Probably, I think I was so lucky to have him as my teacher. I have often said that before I met him, I was like an animal. After I met him, I became a human being. It was his impact that made me what I have been. This teacher was from Dharwad. I used to study in Kolhapur. He was a writer in Kannada language. Some of you may have heard his name. Later on, he became the first vice chancellor of the Coimbatore University at Shimoga. His name was Shantinath Desai. I do not expect any of the students to know his name. As you grow up, you will, but your teachers surely will have read some of his books. Or my comma, till hope creates the thing it contemplates. In simpler words, he was saying, if you hope for something, do not give up the chase at all till your hope is realized. Hope, till hope creates the thing that it wants, that it contemplates, that it imagines. This was when I was 20. A great Kannada writer was telling me that you should have a hope, you should have a dream, and you must learn to chase that dream. And when I met Mahashweta Devi, she was already 70, I was 50. And at that age, Mahashweta was telling me, every dream has a right to live. At a distance of 30 years, two great writers. Then I have been thinking about this, and I realized that this sentence has been said again and again through history by many great minds on many great moments in history. Not to give up your chase, not to give up your pursuit. Pursuit, you understand? No, you don't. The word pursuit, your aim. Do you understand the word aim? A-I-M-M? Okay. Not to give up your goal, your target, your aim. This idea is repeated again and again and again in history. If you go to the Sanskrit sources and look up Upanishads, Upanishads are all about conversations between teachers and students. Upanishads are all about good questions asked by students and answers provided by teachers. They are about good questions asked by teachers and answers provided by students. In the Upanishads, students always were told to continue on their path. To continue on their path, never to give up. No Upanishad ever said, all Upanishads said you be detached. But no Upanishad said you stop. To be detached is not to stop, but to continue, to carry on the battle, to carry on the pursuit, your goal, your aim, your target. If you go to the Greek philosophy and dialogues of Socrates and his disciples, you find a similar kind of idea that you must chase, you must explore and never stop your exploration. In fact, when Socrates was asked to drink poison, he was killed. You know, he was a thinker, and others did not like this thinking type person. So he was asking questions, difficult questions he was asking, and so he was forced to take poison, drink poison, opiate, a special kind of poison which would put him to sleep and then finish him off. He was asked whether he would stop asking those questions or drink this poison. And Socrates said, for my pursuit, for my search of truth, if I have to drink this, I better drink it, so that I shall not have to say that I stopped, so that I can say that I continued my pursuit to the very last drop of energy, ounce of energy, drop of blood in me. I think every dream has a right to live, but for dreams to become realities, this kind of pursuit, following with great energy, great dedication, is necessary. Now this is addressed to the students, not to teachers, but student representatives and students. For the last 14 years, you have moved between one German word and another Italian word. Let me explain this to you. I was asking Shalini, did she study before her school? She said yes, 2 years in kindergarten. I said, to which language does this word belong? Kindergarten.